Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of weDevs show. We're reaching 9 today, and today we have a special one for you. But before we go into the show itself, I have a little promo for you. So let's enjoy this little promo that we have in store for you.
A powerful plugin or a beautiful theme isn't born overnight. You have to put huge efforts in building your products. But after doing things right, you need to understand your market. Do you still want to stress about this and lose time and focus from your development-related works? Obviously, no. This is when a toolset like Appsero is all you need. Want to analyze user behavior? Done. Can't figure deactivation reasons? With Appsero, you can. License management or reaching every user with an update seems tough? In Appsero, you're covered. And you'll always have total control over your product, over your Appsero as well. So why wait? Sign up today. Improve and manage your products easier than ever.
So how did you like that? Today we have a special episode for you. We're going to talk about Appsero. And let me give you my introduction. Like always, I'm the host of the show, Ahmed Kabir Shayon, working as a business development manager here at weDevs. And I'm going to welcome today a special person, the product manager at weDevs, Mr. Saif Hassan. Let's welcome him to the stream. Saif, how are you doing today?
Hello, Shayon. Yeah, I'm doing fine, I guess.
I really would have loved for this show and the episode to happen on site, but we can't do much about it, and we are forced to have a show remotely. So we have these particular topic to discuss Appsero today. Focus on what makes Appsero the killer platform for all the developers out there. So would you like to introduce yourself first?
Okay, I'm Saif, Saif Hassan, and you can find me on Twitter with the username SaifTheBoss7. I know it sounds funny, but that's what it is. And I work at weDevs as a product manager, and I have been with weDevs for almost 2 years right now. And I love working here, and I've been acting as the product manager at weDevs, and I'm leading 2 products, and Appsero is very close to my heart, and this is a product I've been really fond of, and working for the last one and a half year. And I'm really happy that we got to introduce so many amazing features in the last quarter, and we introduced the premium version, and it's going pretty well.
Awesome. So today I have few catch lines prepared. So killer WordPress analytics, licensing and deployment tool, made with love by WordPress experts for WordPress experts themselves. Would you like to justify that statement first?
Okay, so consider yourself as a plugin developer, and you have made a plugin, and you don't know how the user base is growing or what they're using, or you can't actually target them for marketing or other analytics. So if you look at websites, there is Google Analytics. If you look at Android or iOS apps, there are separate analytics that's provided by the provider, like Google provides and Apple provides. But in the WordPress sector, that's not happening. So we felt that we actually can provide some value to WordPress users, and we actually built a very awesome, I would say, very awesome analytics and other stuff, integrated the package, and it kinds of like a all-in-one solution for WordPress developers that not only makes the life of developers easy, but also gives marketers database analytics that user marketers and data scientists can actually apply to grow their market.
Absolutely. My next question was, why would you call this the #1 tool for developers? But you partially answered it. Would you like to add something to that, or
okay. So I would like to say that it's a huge time saver. It's very convenient, and it's dead simple, and it's affordable. So I would have 4 killer USPs.
Right.
There is nothing like Appsero in the market, because everyone tries to pull in and lock the vendors or authors together. If you look at the scenario, there are many competitors that just want to lock in that you have to sell it this way, you have to do this, you have to do this. But Appsero is a platform that actually builds on the uh, open source philosophy that we don't dictate how you sell or how you do want to manage your things. There are few features, and we don't
Mhm.
actually push them by default. And
Right.
we actually start with the bare minimums, and as you can go, as it's your freedom, choose how you want to sell, choose what features you want to add, and we always respect the user's privacy. So that's kind of a thick uh, margin that we are kind of living up to the hype.
Awesome. Awesome. So talking about the feature, let's talk about analytics first.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we have many great analytics in the WordPress dashboard. For example, I would like to say that when a developer integrates the Appsero SDK, which is really 1,000% smaller than other competitors, our SDK is only less than 100 kilobytes. It's probably like 90 kilobyte, and it's open source. It's in GitHub, so anyone can contribute, see the code, and make sure that we don't collect more data than it needs to be. And we provide users with analytics like active installation, inactive installation, growth rate, whether the site is multi-site or not, deactivation regions, which is really sweet because we just had an update pushed an hour ago, which really uh, provides a new awesome looking UI and things like that, and users can see WordPress versions, PHP versions, server software, MySQL version, locals, and they kind of export all these data and use them to retarget their users, run ads, send emails, and do more things.
Awesome. I actually noticed that there was an email coming from Appsero just like half an hour. I was going to ask about it, but then again, you have mentioned it. So if I asked you 3 reasons and I wanted you to tell me why should someone use Appsero, what would your answer be?
I think I have already answered it, and it's like affordable, and it's really convenient, and it's really convenient. It's open source, and the client is open source, and it's really affordable, and it makes the developers' lives a lot easier by cutting down their time.
True, true. Including there's an embed form option, but you already mentioned it. So now let's talk about software licensing. Give some spotlight onto how software licensing becomes so much more easy and convenient for anyone who's a developer.
Okay, so imagine you build a small little plugin and you want to distribute it. The problem with WordPress community that WordPress org does not support premium plugins. So you have to come up with your own way to how do you want to distribute it. And when you're trying to distribute a premium software, there comes the problem of licensing, providing updates to the validated users, the premium users, and you don't want to push updates to the users who are using illegally or from other sources. You want it to be legitimate.
Yeah.
So, and you don't want to be spending some more time managing this stuff rather than building the product. So what Appsero licensing does, Appsero integrates seamlessly with many selling platforms which are very popular around the globe. We support the most popular platforms on the WordPress, WooCommerce and EDD, and it basically install another plugin, and it works seamlessly with every EDD or WooCommerce order. There's a license generated. It gets sent to the user who buys it, and the license generates, and you can add a few lines of code to your plugin, and it will only verify to the verified purchasers, and you can push updates to the verified users. It's just a drag and drop. So
right.
WooCommerce and EDD in WordPress sector, and we have also made sync easier, syncing from other platforms like Woo Software Add-on, Woo API Manager, and EDD software licensing. So if any user is using any of these 3 platforms, they can sync all those licenses to Appsero in a few clicks. And we have also integrated some new payment platforms like FastSpring and Paddle. So anyone can actually ditch WooCommerce or EDD, and they can really integrate buy now button, and Appsero would work fantastic well as well.
Right. So talking about all those features and the stuff, why someone should be using it. And you mentioned about FastSpring. I have a small presentation about FastSpring. Let's just watch it and then we'll come back to the discussion. Sounds good?
Yeah, sure.
All right, give me a minute.
Want to sell your WordPress plugin or theme using FastSpring? With Appsero, you can. Appsero is a killer analytics, licensing, and deployment tool for all WordPress developers. Today, we are introducing deep FastSpring integration with Appsero. It only takes a few minutes to set up your FastSpring account with Appsero. Add a WordPress plugin from the Appsero dashboard. Then click FastSpring as your selling platform. To connect Appsero with FastSpring, enter your FastSpring API username and API password. Now paste the webhook on your FastSpring account's integration. And that's it. Map your FastSpring product with Appsero. It manages licensing directly from your FastSpring sales. Whether it is recurring payment, subscription management, or package upgrades, Appsero handles it all. Manage orders, licensing, monthly revenue, refunds, all from one central hub. Spend more time coding and let Appsero handle all the complexities. Check out Appsero, the only platform for WordPress analytics, licensing, and deployment.
Right. So I think that covered a lot of the points that we wanted to discuss. So shout out to the person who made the video. Awesome job. And thank you so much. So let's jump to a conversation where we talk about the integration. And we understand for any new tool that comes to the fore, in order to penetrate the industry and capture market share, or maybe compete with the big giants, you need to integrate, you need to have a better compatibility scope. So in that sense, you already mentioned about EDD, WooCommerce. What else is Appsero currently offering other than FastSpring in terms of integration? Would you give us a little education on that?
We have got the payment platforms and the selling platforms, as I said, WooCommerce, EDD, Paddle, and FastSpring, including Software Add-on, API Manager, and EDD Software Licensing. So we have total of seven distribution platform integration, and we are also working with ToCheckout and Gumroad, which we will be rolling out in a few weeks. And in the email side, we have a few email integrations. For example, weMail, which is really a nice email platform built at weDevs.
I just want to interrupt. We talked about weMail a couple of weeks ago, so great job.
And we also integrate with the email giant like MailerLite and MailChimp. And we also have a Git integration. For example, if a developer wants to release updates to their premium users or want to release updates to WordPress repo without ever using SVN, they can. We have a great integration with Bitbucket, GitLab, and GitHub. So anyone can just write 3 lines of code and actually release to WordPress.org, which is that simple. Saves around 6 hours of developers' life each day. And it's completely free to use. The integrations, the Git integrations are completely free to use. So anyone can use it for free plugins as well. And it works for premium plugins as well. And we have also have some support integration, like we have integration with Help Scout. And we are also kind of in the process of integrating ActiveCampaign and other email integrations. So the integrations will already be increasing in the future.
Awesome. So there have been positive vibe within the community and the stakeholders. They're sharing their feedback about Appsero. How does feature request work with it? I understand this is a very specific tool that people are using, and it's directly for the developer group who are of using WordPress. Would you like to make any comments on that?
Yeah, I would like to say that developers' feedback is one of the core values at Appsero, for me as well. So when building Appsero, we add a dedicated feedback module inside Appsero dashboard. So anyone can send a feedback in in 20 or 30 seconds. And we read all those feedback, and more than often, I reach out to that user in personal email that whether how they want it and how these things would cover their use case. And we actually we actually take that idea from user, and I try to add more value. We R&D it in the weDevs campus, and we build that feature and we deploy it.
Awesome. So
I want to say, for example, the latest deployments today that you got the email, it was a custom feedback that we took really seriously, and we deployed in like 5 days.
Right. So I'm sure we have a lot of viewers tuning in, and I would like to request our viewers to comment if you have used Appsero, are you a developer, all those things. I think we have a comment from Ashikujaman Kiran, and he says, Appsero is the future. I've been a fan of EDT for a long time, but Appsero changes paradigm shift. Do you want to comment on that?
Thank you, Ashikujaman, brother. And I am really glad you like using Appsero, and it really helps as a developer to increase sales and get a lot of insights that you wouldn't have if you didn't use Appsero.
Awesome. Next, I want to talk about with you is like the core question that everyone's asking. What makes Appsero so special? Let's just talk on like points. We have already covered a broad discussion. Let's just dive into why you would call it so special.
So the first thing I would say, we are a very open-minded community at Appsero. We actually listen to our users, and whenever someone actually asks that they need this feature or they want something to happen in a particular way, we actually take this feedback very seriously, and we dedicatedly work on it, on these feature requests, and we actually build on top of it, and we actually deploy. As I said, there have been many deployments in Appsero which the feature requests have come actually from users. So that's number one. It's made out of, as the tagline says, it's made out of logs by WordPress experts from WordPress developers. So weDevs has been making plugins for about 10 years, and we have had a lot of stumble upon to many problems and issues while distributing this plugin. So we have put all our experiences in last 10 years, and we have put them in this product. So our resources become more productive while working, and we actually can get more sales and increase our productivity and revenue and other things by using these database analytics and insights and marketing 360-degree marketing solution. So that's 2 points. And the number 3 I would like to say, as I said before, that it is we don't dictate how you want to sell your plugins. It's a very open nature, and we respect the WordPress open source community, and we actually are very transparent about our privacy policies, and we are currently in the process of getting GDPR compliant. And I would say the 4th number is we are very affordable. We don't take a like percentage share, or we don't charge a license. We don't charge for each license. We charge for a specific license tier. So we have made sure that it is affordable for all segment of users.
Right, absolutely. The most important question, the pricing, how much does it cost? And is there a free tier to use? The floor is all yours.
Yeah, because when building Appsero, we actually talked with many WordPress core developers and other WordPress plugin developers, you might have known the Redux framework. So Redux has been using Appsero since last 4 or 5 months, and he has been very happy with Appsero, and he has recommended others as well. And there has been a tweet by WordPress co-founder Matt Mullenweg a few days ago, which actually had a screenshot with Redux with Appsero in it, and he said it's okay to plugin developers to use this kind of pop-up and things like that. So it's very reassuring as a product manager or a product owner that this product is getting the love from industry gurus and getting rave reviews from other veteran WordPress developers. And we have this free tier for. So it's simple. If you are managing a WordPress org plugin, that is, if the plugin lives in WordPress org repository, Appsero is free for you. And you get all those analytics and the great integration and other deployments feature in the free tier. And if you want to manage licensing, the pricing starts at $25. But we are also planning to introduce an even lower tier for absolutely new developers who are coming to WordPress industry for the very first time. Like if you plan to sell a plugin and hasn't even started building the plugin, you would likely to go for a smaller tier. So we are also working on that. So I guess it's very affordable.
Right, absolutely. So we request our viewers, if they have any questions, they can post it in the comments, even if this video is being broadcasted live. And if someone has a question, you can just post it and our team can respond to it. So I would like to request, if possible, our team, or maybe Saif, you can just post the link to those references that you mentioned about Matt talking about it in the tweets. I'm sure that will be very motivating for new developers to see, to build confidence on Appsero. So, yeah.
Just give me a minute to collect the link.
Sure.
And
so,
put it below.
Yeah, so I'll just also remind our viewers to like our Facebook page. The link is on the ticker. You can just see in the floating text. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also subscribe to Appsero's page and go check all the information on appsero.com. If you have any inquiries, you want to discuss about any particular stuff about Appsero, you can email us on that email that is displayed. You can also, for partnership inquiries, reach us there. And finally, go check appsero.com. It's super amazing. I love the UI that that website thoroughly amazes me. And the first time I was like awe-inspired. So Saif, I just want to summarize what we discussed today. So we believe licensing is a key feature why every developer should be using Appsero, and it definitely gives a faster deployment option. It's got usage analytics, the marketing automation, making it so easy for people who want to start developing plugins in the WordPress ecosystem. It's got extensive, which is the integration part, very extensive and substantial number of integration, which is increasing day by day, and hopefully we'll see a few more soon. The conversion optimization. And I think this is one of the parts that Saif likes very much, the documentation. It's comprehensive. It's got all the documentation there that you need. And finally, it's great for teams. So I think we've summarized almost everything, and we're at the end of the show. I believe...
drop a few lines, because we are currently working on AI and ML technologies. We are going to provide business intelligence using this data. So whenever someone, you don't have to go through all this data to make sense in the near future. Appsero will suggest AI-based improvements to how you can increase your sales. For example, like whenever your users are has a subscription renewal date, and we check that how if the user has more probability of renewing or not renewing. If the user has more probability of not renewing, we're going to be offering him discounts and things like that, and provide him other supports, all by automation and AI and ML. So that's in the cards, and we are currently working on our servers on big data, and the future is going to be more interesting, as I just want to say.
Of course. So we hope to see you again. Thank you so much for your time. We were just out of time, and time constraint forces us to end this conversation. If you ask me, I would love to just continue the conversation. We have a final comment from Faisal, who says, "Hello, I just noticed the schedule of free call with free call and enjoy 100% free migration on top of Appsero website. What is this all about?" I think it's a great point made by Faisal. So this should be the closing remarks from Saif. Saif, floor is yours.
So thanks Faisal for asking the question. So what when you schedule a free call, I personally meet you in the time you specified during the scheduling, and I'll be listening all your queries and what's your particular use case and how Appsero can help you. It's a one-on-one session with me, and if you are currently using another platform to manage your plugins or selling platform or licensing and deployments, and we'll be able to do a free migration for you. So you don't have to do anything, just to give us permissions to your things, and we will do the migration, and basically we do everything that is needed from your end, and you can just get go in the next day.
Awesome, Saif. Thank you so much, and also to everyone who participated. And we hope that you stay safe, take care of yourself, and someday we both can feast together the way we do usually during our hangouts in a buffet or stuff. I really miss those times. Anyways, weDevs show is continuing, and we would like to invite you sometime later again, and hopefully you will make time for us. So thank you for joining in. On that note, since we don't have time today, and we would have to, we actually have a final comment from Faisal Ahmed. When you guys discuss front of Bangladesh audience, please try to avoid English. It's more comfortable for all audience. It's my opinion. Faisal, thank you so much for that comment. I personally would like to agree with you, but then again, it's a brand that we support, and we understand the geographic, the demographic, the target audience that we're trying to reach, and it forces us to speak in English. I believe we can have a show which would be dedicated to talk about perhaps translation to Bengali, and we can have Bengali-based shows. That's a great suggestion, Faisal. So thank you so much for interacting. So Saif, once again, thank you so much. We will take your leave right now. And from both of us, I thank everyone. So we'll come back again with the next episode of weDevs. So take care. Bye-bye.
Welcome to weDevs. Let's have a walkthrough of the daily activities of the weDevians. This is where our day begins, with the reception area. This is where weDevians and guests are welcomed. Okay, let's move forward. This is the weDevs playground, where we play and pray. Right now, the development team is competing against the marketing team. Just as they are playing a competitive game, they also work hard to get great results for our customers. This is where all the magic happens. Our development and support team. They are innovating new ideas into reality that solve our customer problems. The development team develops products for the online industry to make lives easy. This is our testing team. Every application has to go through some serious automated and manual testing to ensure quality before launching. Our developers have written thousands of codes to build plugins and applications using all the cutting-edge technologies. We use the best coding convention for WordPress, such as PHP, Vanilla.js, Node.js, React.js,
Python, Java, and many more programming languages to build plugins and web applications. This is our content and marketing team. Our content team produces all the articles, tutorials, and documentation for all of our products. Our marketing team is the main powerhouse behind all of the campaign and marketing ideas that boost our sales. Oh, a meeting is going on. Let's bump into the meeting room to check what's going on. We conduct internal meetings, client meetings, and web conferences in this room. It can easily facilitate around 20 people at a time. Now it is time for the HR and admin departments to welcome you to their operation. From here, our HR and admin regulates and operates the human resource and administrative process. In this cabinet, our account directors maintain all the accounting-related activities. By the way, we haven't walked you through the community and business development team yet. Let's go! This is our business development and community team. This team is solely responsible to generate leads and make a better exposure for the company in the global IT industry. Last but not least, let's meet our founders. This is Tariq Hassan, founder and CTO of weDevs. And this is Nizamuddin, co-founder and CEO of weDevs.